Every day, traders ask us the same question. Which is the best prop firms of 2025? With so many firms out there with different rules, trading conditions, and payout policies, it can be hard to decide which one is the right one to choose for you. That's why we started this series, breaking down prop firms with 100% unbiased reviews from our actual funded traders. In part 1, we covered the best-selling prop firm, the most trusted prop firm, and the highest rated prop firm.
Now, in part 2, we're going to be taking a look at the remaining 3 firms in the top 5 most favorite prop firms by our funded traders.
The 3 prop firms we're going to be taking a deep dive look at is FundingPips, FundedNext, and Maven. Let's get into it. Okay, so now that you know who we're dealing with, let's see how they stack up against each other. To keep it fair, we're going to be using the FundedPips Standard, the FundedNext Stellar Lite, and then the Maven 100K 2-step challenges. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is the price. For FundingPips, you're going to be looking at $464.55. For FundedNext, you're going to be looking at $359.10. And for Maven, it's going to be $440. In terms of price, FundedNext is the cheapest. The profit target for FundingPips is 10% for phase 1 and then 5% for phase 2. For FundedNext, it is 8% for phase 1 and 4% for phase 2. And then for Maven, it is 8% for phase 1 and then 5% for phase 2. So in terms of getting funded, FundedNext actually has the overall lowest percentage that you have to make to become a funded trader. So your daily loss on FundedPips is going to be 5%. On FundedNext is going to be 4%, as well as 4% on Maven as well. For your max loss is 10% on FundingPips, 8% on FundedNext, and then it is 8% on Maven as well. So in terms of your overall drawdown, you get the most amount of drawdown on the FundingPips account challenge. Okay, so let's take a deeper dive into FundingPips here. If we click this here, we can see that their max loss type is static. For their daily drawdown reset type, the balance in equity resets at the end of day. And then for their payout frequency, you can get Tuesday a 60% split, bi-weekly at an 80% split, on demand at a 90% split, and then monthly at a 100% split. For FundedNext, their max loss type is static. Their daily drawdown reset type is balance based. And then for their payout frequency, your first payout is in 21 days, then 14 days. On demand, available anytime if you hit 5% and above. You can request withdrawal immediately. Available till August 8th. And lastly here, let's take a look at Maven. The max loss type is static for Maven. You can see their daily drawdown reset type is end of the day highest, so it resets at whatever your highest is at the end of the day. And then if we take a look at your payout frequency down here, you receive your payout every 10 business days. Now that we've seen what the challenge rules look like, let's take a look and see what traders are actually saying about these firms. I'm going to be using the prop firm match review section, so let's see how these prop firms stack up to each other. For FundedNext, you can see that they ranked at a 4.3 for their trading conditions, a 4.5 for their customer care, a 4.7 for their user friendliness, and a 4.6 for their payout process. For FundingPips, we see that they ranked at a 4.2 for their trading conditions, a 4.3 for their customer care, a 4.6 for their user friendliness, and a 4.4 for their payout process. And finally, down here we have Maven. They rated at a 3.9 for their trading conditions, a 4.5 for their customer care, a 4.1 for their user friendliness, and a 4.3 for their payout process. It's important to note that these ranks are based on a weighted average from all the reviewers. Now let's take a look at the firm rules. So for FundingPips, they have a 3% rule. No single loss should exceed more than 3% of your account size. Splitting up a trade into multiple positions will be counted as one single trade. You can copy trade between your own FundingPips accounts. For external copy trading, a FundingPips account may only act as a master to an external slave account. FundingPips partnership with Prop Firm 1 enables you to extend your copy trading capabilities even further. For news trading, the 2-step, the evaluation phase, you're allowed to trade for the news. For the funded account, profits from trades open less than 5 hours before and close 5 minutes before or after high impact news will not be counted. No, traders who choose on-demand reward cycle for the 1-step and 2-step models will be allowed to trade during the news without any restrictions. So FundingPips 0, news trading is not allowed. Weekend trades for the 2-step, it is allowed. For the capital allocation limit, you can merge and scale up to a combined maximum of 300,000 across multiple accounts. For EAs, they are allowed as long as it functions as trade or risk manager. Using any third-party expert advisor is not allowed. For the inactivity rule, you must open and close at least 1 trade within 30 consecutive days. For minimal profitable days, you need to have 7 profitable days by the end of each 30-day cycle. Forbidden strategies are gap trading, server spamming, latency arbitrage, hedging, long-short arbitrage, reverse arbitrage, server execution, and opposite account trading are prohibited. For the payout policy, the minimum payout amount is 1% of the initial balance with no maximum limit. Now let's take a look at Maven's prop firm rules. Gambling is prohibited and includes excessive scalping, so holding 50% of your trades for less than a minute. Martingale, which is opening 5 simultaneous positions in drawdown on the same pair. All in, making a single trade with no no stop loss, or risking more than the drawdown limit to pass or fail the challenge. Trades cannot be opened or closed within 2 minutes before or after red folder news events. Violations including auto closure, disqualify, evaluations, or challenge accounts. Profits from restricted news events are not credited during the challenge or the live phase. So traders can withdraw a maximum of $10,000 per 2 withdrawal cycles, regardless of multiple accounts. Profits exceeding $10,000 are capped and account balances reset after 2 cycles. Withdrawal cycles are tied to the first account's withdrawal timing. In the funding stage, if the total profit exceeds $5,000, no single trading day or trade may account for more than 50% of the profit. Excess profits beyond 50% threshold are reduced to comply. For example, for $8,000 total profit, the maximum eligible profit from a single day or trade is just $4,000. You can restore a funded account instantly via buyback by paying a fee, no challenge needed. Copy trading is prohibited, EAs are prohibited, and they do have an IP rule. Your IP address for phase 1 and 2 and the live account must match the same geographical location. If it changes, you must provide proof to justify the change. The key rules: withdrawals are only allowed when your consistency score is 20% or lower. The consistency score formula is your biggest winning day divided by your total profit times 100. So if your trader score is above 20%, you must continue trading until it drops to 20% or below. Note, the consistency score is for the instant program only. At no point can your account have more than 1% loss floating in the P&L. This is the difference between your balanced equity. If this happens, then your account will be breached for the instant program. Finally, let's take a look at FundedNext prop firm rules. They have no consistency rules for all programs. Copy trading is allowed between FN challenges accounts only and not on the funded account phase. Total capital across all copy trading accounts must not exceed $300,000. The use of cloud-based third-party copier services like Social Trader Tools, Trader Connect, and Duplicum is prohibited. Copy trading is strictly prohibited between FundedNext accounts and any other accounts, manual or software-based. Only VPS-based copiers are allowed, and only between your own FundedNext challenge accounts. EAs are allowed, and they only work on MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. EAs must be customized to suit your trading style. Identical trades across accounts are not allowed. Switching between EA and manual trading is also not allowed. FundedNext minimum trading day requirements vary by challenge type, and for the Stellar Light and the Stellar 2-step challenges, you require a minimum of 5 trading days. News trading is allowed for the Stellar Light account with restrictions. Trades executed 5 minutes before or after high impact news events are subject to a 40% news profit split rule. So you have to split your profits when trading the news. Inactivity rules: to avoid the account inactivity period, traders can simply log into their account at least once or execute a single trade within a period of 35 consecutive days. For their key rules, you must use the same trading strategy and method, manual or EA, during both the challenge and the funded accounts. Switching between them is not allowed. You cannot change asset classes or significantly increase risk or margin usage after passing the challenge. Your trading style must remain consistent. Traders flagged for risky behavior must risk no more than 1% per trade across all positions, use a stop loss, and follow disciplined risk management. Violations may lead to account termination and profit deductions. Use a single device with a unique IP address to avoid complications. Account rolling is strictly prohibited. Buying multiple evaluations to sacrifice some while passing others is considered high-risk, luck-based tactics that violate FundedNext's principles of skill and responsible trading. Violations may lead to restrictions on new purchases or lifetime allocation limits. So whether you're looking to use these 3 prop firms or you're just trying to see which prop firm is the best for your trading style, be sure to use prop firm match and comment down below what's your favorite prop firm down in the comments section. And as always, thank you for choosing prop firm match. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and as always, thank you for using prop firm match.